Hi everyone, welcome to the integration session. So today we are going to learn very important two topics, connected app and name credentials. Okay, so basically like whenever we are trying to consume any API, we require a consumer key and secret key. Either we are exposing, suppose we have created some API in our Salesforce and we want to provide to some other Salesforce system or some third party system. In that case also we need to provide the consumer key and secret key. So for that Salesforce have one functionality called connected app. So we can create connected in Salesforce that will provide us consumer key and secret key. And same time, suppose Java server raise a API and that we want to consume. In that case also they are going to provide us consumer key and secret key that we can use directly in Salesforce. One way is through the code HTTP request access token we can get, and that we can pass. Another way we have is name credential that will help us to one-time authentication. If we will do one-time authentication through the name credential, we just need to use the name credential name and whatever the API parameters we want to pass. So yeah, so these two topics are very important. So let's start with the quick examples. Like first is how to create connected app. After creating the connected app, how we will use in postman, how we will get the access token, then how we will hit the standard Salesforce API, how we will hit the custom API from Salesforce, and next we will see the name credential. Over there we will create one API in our source org, and from in destination org we will interact. Okay, so let me navigate to the Salesforce. So in order to create a connected app, we just need to click on setup. Here we have this connected app, or apps we can search, basically app manager. So here we have this option, new connected app. Just click on that. After that we just need to provide here like connected app name. So uh, I'm creating this for training sandbox. So training box. Okay, now we just need to provide one email address, and then this is very important things, that what access we are going to give with this connected app. Okay, so here we have like multiple things. One is full access. It means whatever things we are having into the Salesforce, whoever will access this API, they will be able to access everything. But if suppose we want to give a limited access, then we have multiple like lightning, visual force page, chatter and content kind of things. So for now let me select the full access, and here we need to provide a callback URL. Okay, so for now let me provide this one. Let me click on save. So it will take up to 10 minutes to activate. Okay, so yeah. So let me open the postman. Okay, let me open new tab. Okay, so yeah, means the connected app is created. Now we can see here we have an option called consumer key and secret, and here we are getting one button. Just click on that. It will ask for the verification code that we need to provide, and then we will be able to see our consumer key and secret key. Okay, so here it is. Okay, now we can see our consumer key is this one and the secret key is this one. Okay, now let me navigate to the postman. So postman you basically can download from browser, and it will open like similar like this only, and then you will see a plus icon. So you need to just click on that. Okay, now very important thing is, whenever we are creating any API in Salesforce, or we are using any standard API, in that case we need to get the access token. So first step is to get the access token. So for that we need to hit this URL. Okay, this is a post API basically to get the access token. Okay, here we need to provide few options like a username. So let me get the username from org only. So let me search here my name, Neeraj Sethi. Okay, this one. Okay, user details. Okay, so we can just copy this one and just need to provide here. Okay, after that we need to provide second parameter is password. Password should be your password, and the security token we need to provide. So in order to get the security token, we need to click on this profile icon, click on settings. Here we have option called reset my security token. Okay, now click on reset security token. Okay, now if I will navigate to my email, I will get one email from Salesforce. So we can see this is the security token, so that we can provide here. Okay, next is grant type. Okay, it should be password. Okay, next is uh, client ID that we will get from here as an, yeah, which we have created in connected app. Next is client secret that we can copy again from here only and just paste. Okay, let's hit this one. Oh, might be it's not activated till now. Let me refresh this one because it take up to 10 minutes. Yeah, looks like still it's not activated. Let me try to hit again. Yeah, now it's activated. Okay, so might be you will also get the same error, so we can try after like waiting 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, now we can see we got the access token as well as the instance URL. This is very important. When we will hit any API, standard API, that time we need to provide this instance URL. Okay, another one is ID, like it's a user URL basically we can say, and the token type is barrier. Okay, now let me navigate here and let me try to hit standard. For example, we are having the accounts, right? So let me try to get that account information from here. So for that, first, as I mentioned, if we want to hit any standard, we require an instance URL. So let me copy this one, navigate here, slash services slash rest, apex rest. It should be apex rest only. Oh yes, this one, this URL basically we need to use. Okay, so uh, this one is from Salesforce only. Actually, I already copied this ID from Salesforce, so we can copy another one also, like Olive, this one. Let me copy this one and paste. Now we need to provide two parameters. Okay, so one is the content type, like what type of content we required. So like we required an uh, application slash JSON. Another one is authorization. Okay, so authorization, as I mentioned, our token is barrier type. Okay, so this one we need to copy as it is, paste here, space, and the access token. Okay, now click on this. Oh, I think I put it 2 times services. Let me hit again. Now we can see we got the information. So yeah, we can see name is Olive CRM Lending. So this is the name. Okay, so this is like a standard API. Now for example, if we have created a new API, okay, so let me go here, just click on developer console. Okay, let me create a new class. I can create like SFDC REST API. Okay, I just created a class. Okay, and after that, in order to create a REST API, we need to include this one REST URL. Okay, and here we need to provide the API name. So for example, I want to give like SFDC API, SFDC account API. Okay, I want to provide like this. Okay, after that, if we are creating any class as a REST resource, in that case we need to create that class as global. Okay, and next we have methods like get, post. So let me create a method like get one. Suppose we just want to get all the accounts. Okay, so what we can do is, okay, limit 5. Okay, because we are returning a list. So oh, global also we need to declare this method. Okay, now let me hit this API from postman. Okay, so as I mentioned, base URL we need to, instance URL we need to give, then services apex rest slash our API name. Okay, so our API name is SFDC account, so we can just give the same thing here. Okay, later point of time we need to again provide the same thing, like how we want the data. Like first is authorization, same thing, we can just navigate again here, copy this barrier, space, okay, just click on. Okay, now we can see we got the 5 records, right? Okay, so similarly, suppose if you want to pass any parameter, like we want to pass like a record ID. Okay, based on that only we want to get the records. Okay, where ID equal to record ID. Okay, so we can see HTTP get methods do not support the parameters. So in order to pass the parameters, we need to create the post methods. Okay, HTTP post. Now let me copy the same thing and remove this parameters. So we will, okay, now let me save. Okay, now uh, we can convert this as a post, and in order to pass the parameters, we need to click on this body icon row, and here start close curly brackets. Okay, and just provide the whatever parameters we have provided there, like this, and we can copy. For example, I want to get information of this record only. Okay. Okay, so because we have not set up the application type like content type, that's why that error is coming. So let me provide that application. Okay, now we can see we got the record. Makes sense. Similarly, for example, we want to pass like multiple parameters. For example, like multiple parameters are straightforward, we can just provide the comma separated. But suppose if you want to pass the multiple parameters like 10 or 15 or 20 parameters, okay, so that is not feasible to pass into the parameter. So what we can do is we can pass as a we'll pass into the URL that body request only. But in order to access that, so let me show you how it will work. So let me remove this one, or let me keep this one as it is, and let me clone this method. Okay, so for that we have one option actually. Let me show you. Okay, so for that we have the REST context basically. So that will give us complete request, and that we can change into the JSON, and after that we can use a wrapper class to convert into the readable format. Okay, so for example, we want to pass the multiple values like record IDs, for example. Okay, like record IDs. Let me open another account record. Okay, and also want to pass uh, name like test, okay, or CRM, for example. Okay, and so let me come here and just system debug. For now let me return null. Let's try to debug so we can get more ideas like how it's working. Okay, now let me hit this one. Oh, we haven't provided this one. Let me. Okay, let me hit this one. Now we can see unexpected token record IDs line number 2. Okay, because we have just provided this one also I need to remove in order to get into the rest context. The name is same, that's why that error is coming. Let me click on send. Now because right now we are not returning anything, that's why it's blank. Okay, now let me click on this one. We can see we got the request into the JSON format, but it's not in readable. So what we can do is like we can create a wrapper class. Okay, so we know like we have passed two parameters, one is list, another one is a string variable. Okay, so because list is string type and it should be the same name. Okay, we can't provide another name like any random name, it should be exact similar, then only values will store in that. Okay, now let me create this data wrapper obj. Okay, data obj. Okay, now here we have one predefined class basically which will help us to get our JSON into the readable format. Okay, so in order to use that, we need to give like json.deserialize. Here we first parameter is JSON, another one is what will be the data type. Okay, so that data type dot class. Data type is nothing but whatever like type of informations or a request is coming to us. Okay, so this one we have passed here, and here we have just done the typecasting. Okay, that whatever values will come here, that will be type of data wrapper. Okay, that we have assigned in here. Let me print this one. Let me save. Okay, now let me go here and send. Oh, here also we have created, right? Here we have just created a string type, but we have declared as a list. That's why we got the error. Okay, so it means whatever type we are passing as a request, that should be the same, as well as the parameter should be the same. For example, if suppose I will give 1. Okay, now let me send. Okay, and now we can see name is coming null, but we are passing here. But the reason is because the parameter key is name, but we have provided here name 1. If I will change this one, okay, now we can see it's in readable format. Correct. So this is connected app and use into the postman. Till now we have explored the connected app through the postman and the HTTP request. Now suppose if you want to consume any API within a Salesforce, how we will consume? So for that we need to create the name credentials. Okay, so before creating the name credential, we need to create the auth providers. Okay, that will come into the setup. So here we need to search auth providers. Just click on that, click on new. So here we have multiple options. For now we are going to connect with Salesforce. Just select Salesforce here, like Salesforce connect, just a name. Here we need to provide the consumer key and secret key because we are going to connect with training sandbox. So we have created the connected app, right? So we can just copy and paste, copy and paste. Okay, as we are in Salesforce, we can leave as it is. Here we can provide like API refresh token that we need have to provide. Okay, now few more things we have, like custom error URL, logout URL, if you want to handle the registration and all, so that we can also handle. So as of now we are going to provide only this information. Click on save. Okay, now the auth provider is created, and also it's provided few URLs. Okay, so like if suppose we have any community, in that case that will provide community URLs also. As of now we need only the Salesforce one, so we can just copy this callback URL. Okay, and that we need to update to the connected app. If we will not update into the callback URL, in that case during the authentication we will get the mismatch redirect URL. Okay, so let me edit. Okay, here we need to change. Click on save. Now next step is creating name credential, but name credential after updating the connected app it will take around 8 to 10 minutes. So it can, like sometime it happen early also, but yeah, the maximum time is 10 minutes. Okay, so let me click on name credentials. Okay, click on new. Okay, so let me create Salesforce training connect. Okay, and here we need to provide the base URL of the destination or where we have created the API. Okay, so that we already have here, we can just copy this one, paste. Here we need to select the name principal. Next is Auth 2.0. Then we need to select the Auth provider. Okay, so the Auth provider we have created is Salesforce Connect. Okay, now let me click on save. Okay, it navigate to the login. Okay, so here we need to select that box where we have created the API and the connected app. Okay, so this one, click on login. Okay, it's throwing the error because we have missed very important things. Okay, so let's back. Might be it's already created, so let me search here. So here we have missed the scope. Okay, just click on edit, full, save. Okay, after that it will ask for to allow the access. Just click on allow. Okay, now it's connected with our training org. Okay, so like suppose if you want to fire any API of the training sandbox, that we can fire directly from here. We don't require any access token or anything. Okay, now let me navigate to the developer console. In developer console, let me open this. So here we have one piece of code. Okay, like so here first thing is, because if I will navigate here. Okay, so here we can see we have our one API called get account. Okay, which is the get. So let me change this one to get. Okay, so first I have created an instance of request. In request I have added the method, and next is endpoint. So as I mentioned, we don't need to send any access token, but we have to add this call out colon the name credential name. So our name credential name is this one, so just copy that, paste here, services rest, apex rest, and here we need to provide our API name. So our API name is this one. Okay, set header this one. Okay, we uh, currently it's not required to send any body, so let me remove this one and let me hit. Okay, we can see we got the records, right? Similarly, if suppose we want to pass any parameters, like we know, like we have created a post method, there we are expecting two parameters which will come into this wrapper class, correct? So let me, so this is the record IDs which should come into the array format. So let me send is in array format. Let me copy IDs from here only. Okay, and another one is name. Okay, so name we can pass like this only. Okay, now let me select this one, click on execute. It will run, but it will only return the this one, because we haven't changed this one here. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to change this post. Okay, now let me click on this one. Here we can see we got the records. So yeah, basically this is the connected app and the name credentials.